This is Yarmouth on the coast of the Isle of Wight. In front of you we can see the Wight Link ferry which goes across to Lymington, and as you can see it's a big yachting area. Well, today we're taking a walk out of Yarmouth westward along the coast, and the first thing we have to do is cross the river here. There's a road bridge with paths either side, so we're heading westward. Yachts, more yachts, and yet more yachts, and nothing moving. Well, we had a dreary quarter-mile walk alongside the main road, but now the path has swung alongside the sea here, sort of seawall promenade, and long may it continue. Well, we're just 3/4 of a mile from where we started, and although the promenade seems to continue, the signposts are taking us now inland up through these woods. At 1.5 miles, climbing up through these woods, we've got a gap in the trees and we can see across to Hurst Castle on the mainland. Just over 2 miles, and we're routing now through Mahaldi Park. Interesting to see here that all the chalets are brick built rather than you normally find these mobile homes on these sites. At 2.7 miles we've been brought out onto this busy road. There is a pavement each side. Well, it was just a short distance on the main road, and then we've taken a right turn onto this residential road, Madeira Avenue. Well, just on the 3-mile mark, the track has led us down to the beach here, and we'll just pan around. We've got a sort of hard walk now, hard surface walk along the seawall here, and that's the way we'll be walking. And according to the signs I've just passed, this is Colwell Bay. And as we come past the beach huts around the corner there, in the distance we can see the Needles out on the end. And that's where we'll be passing in due course. This is Totland Pier, but it's under repair at the moment and you cannot go out on it. Just on the 4-mile mark we've reached the end of the seawall, and just on our left there is a steep flight of steps heading up the cliffs. We turned off the beach almost a mile ago, and since then we've been climbing almost continuously. A very steep flight of steps up a steep lane, and now back onto the proper coast path with panoramic views. This is a place called Heaton Warren, and it is absolutely ideal, a lovely spot. We've reached a high point here, and in the distance you can see the Needles. A little bit lower down there's a chairlift dropping people down onto the beach, a large car park and quite a number of coaches. So this is a big tourist spot, something perhaps down on the beach, or maybe they're walking out to the end. We've now got to head down to that area and then back up again to the very end, to the Needles. 5.5 miles. Back now, and the chairlift is taking people down to the beach there, to the old mining works, the Alum Rock, and there appears to be a small boat tour as well, just leaving there. You pan across, up on the ridge there was where we were walking, up on Heaton Warren, and there's the rather busy car park. Just another view of where the chairlift takes you down and the boat leaves from, and the mining works. Well, this is as far west as the path will take us. We now have to change direction and walk along the south coast of the island, walking eastwards. Up on the top here it's all concrete bunkers and lookouts. This is the old battery. Not a very pretty area, but the views are great. Well, we're now walking along the downs on the top here. We're 7 miles out of Yarmouth, and it's just beautiful, easy walking as we head eastward now along the south coast of the island. Ahead of us on top of this hill is a very large monument. We'll be going right up past that one. Well, this is a popular meeting spot. Quite a number of people here. I can see from here it says Tennyson. From the top here on the Tennyson Memorial, I'm looking back at the way we've just walked. Out on the headland there are the Needles. And now I'm looking forward to the way we are walking. And we'll be going right round over those chalk cliffs and right round that coast there. 9 miles since we started at Yarmouth, and we are still descending from the Tennyson Memorial, and we're about to reach this cove beneath the Wight cliffs. Down in the cove, this is freshwater, a little bay, sandy beach, a shop, a hotel and a car park. Well, we've done 10 miles now and we're climbing out of freshwater. I'm looking back on the cliffs that we've walked down from the Tennyson Memorial, and I've turned around and I'm looking at the way we now have to walk. So more climbing to do, again over the chalk cliffs. Well, we've climbed that hill, a fair steep climb that was, and the next ones don't seem quite so bad, and it's all very pleasant anyway. 11-mile mark. And that's the way we've just walked. There's clearly a lot of erosion here. The cliff has fallen quite a drop down there. And maybe this angle shows it better. It all looks very unstable. More signs of the cliff slipping into the sea in stages. 14 miles and the path keeps rolling on. Almost at the 15-mile mark, and we've come to the Isle of Wight Pearl, which seems to be a public house, refreshments, maybe accommodation as well. Stands almost on its own here on the coast. Certainly got some chalet accommodation along here. The Pearl, we've been diverted to a path beside the road because the path alongside the coast has collapsed. I'm not surprised. Many of the bits been walking along look imminently likely to collapse. So here we are alongside the road. I've continued along the main road a little further, although there was a chance to get back on the coast path, to Grange Farm, and now I'm taking a left turn. There is a footpath which will take me into Brystone Village. And that is where I can get a bus back to where I started. One of the nice touches I've seen all around the Isle of Wight is these gates with dedications on. It makes a nice change from the seats with dedications. If you want to remember somebody, there we are, donate a gate. Well, I've walked about 2/3 of a mile from the coast path. I've walked inland along quiet paths and reached the village of Brightstone. It's got a really busy little village shop here. And just up there we have the Three Bishops pub. This is a good stopping place. We've done 16.5 miles today with some really good hills, some lovely views. So that's it, 16.5 miles, Yarmouth, around the coastal path and stopping at Brightstone. Lots of nice climbs, really enjoyable walk. That's a good one. Till the next time.